And welcome back to the Cashmere Club. We have another match. I nip out to grab cold beer and a pool match breaks out. This is your table 15, the featured TV table. And in this match we have Paul Stewart from the New Brighton Working Men's Club up against Ty Sewer of the Porirua Club. I must confess I'm not actually sure if there has been a set established. The way that Ty is playing, I would say he is on the unders. Lovely little roll, 7 into the corner. I am John Saunderpine again. I'll be providing you with the solo sounds at the moment as my partner is not yet here. Hope he will come back. Ty Sewer at the table. Have a bit of a job in that corner pocket where the 12 is, because he's got the 5 and the 3 near that pocket and he'll need to get them both out, and he plays the double in to the plant. 13 into the 3 goes. Sorry, that's not the 3 he's just about to play. Just about nipped off the 10 into the middle pocket with a double, and no pot there, pull back to the table. Paul, an old fox himself, he's been around in the pool game for a long time. The current captain of the New Brighton Working Men's Club's Premier Grade Interclub team. I have his lovely partner just off to my left, Kerry Green. A lovely glass of red wine. As her sweet works his way around the table. Just contemplating whether or not to take the plant. There we go, he does take the plant. 9 in a reasonably good position. It's close enough that he can just nick off it and be on one of his other 3 balls. And Nicky does for the 11, leaves it on nicely for the corner pocket. 15, the only possible problem, he needs to get himself on the 15 for the same pocket as he's about to put the 11 in. And wheel his way back to the centre of the table with it's a wee bit more weight than that, and that would be doable, but a little bit of know-how gets you everywhere in this game, and I'm sure Paul will know what he needs to do to get onto that aforementioned 15 into the corner pocket. Stun this into the middle, I'd imagine, but that's a little bit more than a stun. That's stun and a run through, and he's actually ended up reasonably well on this ball. A few more rolls would have done the trick there, but a few more rolls, that's for a bakery, and this is a pool tournament. He could play the cut, or he could perhaps double it into the opposite corner pocket. He looks to be aiming for the double. Double he tried, but unfortunately no dice on this occasion, so he hands the table back to Ty. Little north versus south match here. In fact, Porirua in the North Island, just north of Wellington, and New Brighton is in Christchurch by the sea. Lovely club that. Run 3 into the corner. Let's see what he attempted to. That just jawing and coming back out. Black would have been nicely past the 15 if he had done so, but as the bloke was blocking the 15, Paul can opt to play for a free ball. If he cannot see both sides of his ball, or all of his balls, may we remind you, he has the option to take a free ball. And he can in this instance take ties 3, position on the 15, which he has done rather nicely. It's just a little stun for the black in the middle pocket that he's queuing over now. Probably got a little bit close to it. In this instance, with the ball as it is, the better play would probably be to go into the corner pocket, because that way there's not as much angle. It's a slightly easier shot than having to cut it in the middle, which is what he is attempting to do, in fact. He got the jaw, but he got the pot as well. Lovely shot that from Paul Stewart, and he takes the first frame. 1-0 it is over Ty Sewer. We have Peter Wilson as your referee for this match, and well, he was the referee for this match. He may come back. He was just cleaning the white ball for our players. Paul sets up for the second frame, having won the first. We have Charlie Schooner dancing a jig perhaps, or his own variation of one in the middle of the room, just having a look around. Charlie Schooner from this club, of course. He, like Mike Bowen, is one of the characters this game desperately needs more of. I'm not saying the current crop of players is boring or anything, but more characters got to be good for you. Just the break shot there from Ty, nothing down over dry table, and Paul elects for the smalls or the unders. 4 in the corner, down she goes. 5 there is potential kingmaker as it blocks 2 of Ty's overs. 13 and the 14. Not really on for an obvious pocket with the 5 there, so he'll elect to keep that there. In fact, going down the other end of the table for the 2 to the 3, she does. Paul himself is quite a tactical player. If you've ever seen him play, he will not always take the pot. If it's not there, he will often play to leave the other player a nasty looking shot. It was not his intention there. He was trying to pop the 3 and just leaving it near the pocket. Ty may have a shot at the 11 inside the 3, which she tried but couldn't quite manage. Paul now eyeing up. I can actually see from where I'm sat that there is a possible plant with 1 to the 7, and that's what he's seen as well. He must be seeing what I'm seeing. Plus a 7. 1's still in a pretty tough place, so he would have loved the 1 to just go with the 7 a little bit more away from the 9, so that he could perhaps put it into the same pocket as the 3 easily. However, he can get it out now. He does. Makes another potential problem for himself though, albeit unintentionally. Put in the 13 right next to the 5, and making the 5 a little bit harder to pot in that corner pocket. We just looking around the room as he's running the 6 over the pocket. We have every table, in fact, in this room has a game being played on it, which is brilliant for this type of tournament. 24 tables, we want to see them all in action at the same time. makes for faster gameplay because there's always a game on. Means that players aren't stuck here too long, but I don't think many of them will actually care about that because beer and pole go together hand in hand. Ty just doubling the 10 inside the 6 and now onto the 11. Nice little cut into the middle pocket. It's that white to keep going though. Just up for the 12. Somewhere near the middle would have been nice for the white ball, but he has the 15 on if he so chooses. Set up for himself. There for Ron, they call it. Ron not being a person, but short for later on. What you often say in pools, especially in the interclub where I play, in Christchurch interclub scene, there for on, there for later on. Make it easy for yourself. Even if the pot is there, if you leave it near the pocket or over the pocket, it's often a worthy second prize. White ball to stop there for the 1. To stop nearer the cushion would have been ideal, I would say, but perhaps a chance to play the 1 into the cushion, off the 13 and into the 5, pop 5, leave the white over the hole. We don't have unfortunately, a way we can track that on the screen, but I'm sure if Paul is thinking the same way as I am, we won't need to because he will show us the exact shot. Right. Just about going in the middle pocket with that double. Would have to be a few rolls slower for that because the speed going past that pocket won't go in unless it's pretty much dead on. For the 12, pops the 12 onto the 15, and then he's got to deal with that cluster of balls with the 5 over the corner pocket. And trying to get over for the 14 does it really nicely, in fact. 14 may run past the black, although he looks like he's playing it perhaps inside the 1, the middle pocket. A little change of mind, going for the other middle pocket. Not quite, but Paul now in that quandary. What does he do? Does he just bide his time? Does he try to talk Ty into putting the 14? Perhaps to double the 1 over near to where that 5-13 cluster is, so he's got the plant if he wants it. Taking the second option of just laying it up for himself. And well, not to leave Ty a free ball on the 13 because sometimes they can be free balls if you leave it on the cushion or near the cushion. If you cannot see 90 degrees of 13 or in fact the whole 13, then you can take it as a free ball. In which case he would take the 13, pop 5, and then he'd have a chance to finish. But now Paul is in that same situation, with the 1 not available and the 5 blocked. Managing to pop both balls, which is all unintentional, but not detrimental to the overall outcome. Sip on a cold Bex here. Watching this match, Paul trying to pop the 1, hold for the black in the middle pocket, but unfortunately miscued it and did not hit the 1 at all. So Ty has a ball in hand or a combo. Just trying to work out how he did that. I'm sure he'll tell me. I missed the effing thing, apparently.
Mr. F and Mr.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just the PG rated version. Ty, after potting 14 onto the 8 for the middle. And well, perhaps trying too much for the safety, which he did actually get. He was a little bit fortunate to get it, because the black actually came back and hit the white, and here's where we are now with Paul staring at the one right in the face. Imagine he just leave Ty a really nasty looking shot here. Double the one near the middles to put some pressure on this shot from Ty. Ty now could play safe if he wants to. The one where it is, it's a little harder to play safe. Down near the corner pocket, pretty handy that. The one looks like it cuts in the middle, but it's going to have to be a fine cut, and if history or recent history serves us any purpose, it's that Paul is susceptible to missing the fine cut. He tried to fine cut the one in the middle, in the corner, sorry, missed it before. Now he has the same shot in the middle. Oh, got the jaw. He got the jaw and got it in the other corner, in the other middle pocket. When the balls roll your way, they roll your way, and they definitely rolled Paul's way. Back in the corner. Doesn't go. Perhaps there is a little bit of justice in this game. Yeah, Paul just echoing that sentiment. Ty with the easy black to get this to a 1-all match. Well, he giveth, he taketh away. 'Tis the nature of this game. Sometimes you will get a rub and then either play a poor shot or get unlucky on your next shot.
Okay. Can't go letting those away when you're right in front of them.
Ty is setting these balls up, and we have a number of good matches going on, in fact. Stewart on table 22 is playing. Sam Blackwell, who was actually on this very table two matches ago, is on table number 20. Charlie Schooner on table 19, as we mentioned before. We didn't give a table number. Peter Mortensen on table 18. Feel free to clue me in if there are any other players whom you wish me to shout out who I have not shouted out. Break again for Ty, running dry. Paul now with the choice. Calling the overs. In fact, we also have Peter Agnew, who is a stalwart of the game, especially in the South Island. He's on the committee for, I believe, to choose the South Island team, and as I also believe he will be in the South Island team. We're getting 2 for 1 there. Little 2 for 1 deal. 11 screw back under 14 in the middle. Just overcutting the 10, and now Ty has the opportunity to play the plant when he gets to it. The 5 to the 13 to the 2 may not actually be on from here, but you can definitely promote the 2 overall near the pocket, which will make it a hairy frame for Paul. Playing the plant of a different nature and coming up short. Just catching the jaw for the 4. Just looking around, and Stevie D seems to be off with his wife right now, so I think they have a good catch up. I haven't actually seen her around, dare I say it. she's not been
Who did you play to?
at the pool, not that I've known.
So you talking to somebody else? Oh, sorry.
I just have Kerry asking me how I went earlier on in the day. I did play earlier on in the day, in fact. I qualified second in my section, as we see Ty just doubling off the 2 with the 1 into the corner. Yes, I won 4 matches out of 5. Thank you. Chris Bowman was the only player to beat me in the section. Chris Bowman, of course, a familiar name to many of you, playing out of the North Shore Cosmopolitan Club. He and Les Naylor were the losing finalists in the main event final, the main event Peers final, shall I say. Definitely knows his way around a pool cue, so no shame there, on my part anyway. Ty now relinquishing the shot pull with that miss.
You and Paul did quite well in the team.
I'm just having a question asked of how I did in the pairs, and did reasonably well in the pairs. Although this is the singles now, the pairs are gone. But yes, if you are unaware, if you are new to the feed or otherwise unaware, Matt McInnes and Phil Wilkinson are your national pairs champions, beating Les Naylor and Chris Bowman in the final, 5 frames to 0. The score doesn't matter at the end of the day, really. It's just the result. But either way, those are your champions. Ty Sewer now to the table. And get onto the 6 for the 3 would be a great outcome for him, seeing as he was in great position for the 5, but the 3 near the cushion could be a real problem if he can't get the position that he wants on it. Just to run off and cut the 3 in the middle, because the white will naturally run back for the black in the corner. How's your touch play, Ty? Oh, perhaps not soft enough. Softer and that probably would have dropped. Gravity would have taken that in, but unfortunately a little bit too hard and it stays out, so Paul has a chance to now go 2-1 up. 2 balls in the black. Sneak this inside the 3, which he does. He didn't want it to run that far though, just wanted it nice for the 13, the angle for the 13 for the white ball to run down for the black, but gave himself a little too much angle. And now for the double. Inside the 3 again. Well, she has played very, very well, in fact. Very good shot. Got an element of safety in this shot too, because if he doesn't pot it, if he can leave the white ball up towards his end of the table, then he will make things difficult for Ty. Of course, in the pocket is where you want it to be, but he hasn't potted it. But as we were saying, he has left the white ball down the other end of the table, so Ty cannot pot the 3 in the middle as he would like. He does have the opportunity now to run it into or over the corner pocket though. Unfortunately did not do that very well, got it too fat, or too thick. Paul cannot see the entire black, so he has the free ball. Let's put Ty back in. There's something you can do. Instead of playing the shot yourself or nominating a ball, you can elect to put your opponent back onto the table. the effectiveness of that often depends on the next shot, as Ty has just shown us. Nearly potting that 3 in fact, but would not have left himself a shot on the black if he had. Or now with the shot. Perhaps to double the white off the rail into the black in the middle. Got underneath the black unfortunately, and in fact he's left the white ball right behind it, or as I can see it, it's almost right behind it. Ty cannot see the 3. Getting Paul to have a look at this. Perhaps to see if it's a touching ball. It does not look like a touching ball from here. Dare I say it, I'm about 4 metres away. It's a free ball. Looks into the black. Says over to you, Paul. Do your best. Paul. Probably I'd say the option to play a safety shot here. There's not really anything obvious going on with this. The choice is up to him. He could elect to double the black, the length of the table into the corner pocket where the 7, 11 and 15 are, and leave Ty up the centre of the table. Or the double, as he did try to leave Ty without the cut into the middle. We will see how effective that is when Ty plays this shot. Not very. Kisses the black, but whether it is or isn't on for the middle, I don't think it is unless you play it really, really slowly and nap it in. Maybe he does go for it. It was more on than I thought. He's made a fool out of me as Ty Stewart, but that was a very, very good shot. Ty now has a 2-1 lead over Paul Stewart as we head into the 4th frame of this match. Referee over to clean the white ball again. I do not actually know the referee's name. He's just trying to call him over, but he's too busy watching the pole. Mind you, he's doing his job. It's like trying to drive and being distracted by your passengers saying, look at that out the window. You just don't do it. Fair play. Ty again with the break. I might have actually got the order wrong there. Perhaps Paul broke the previous frame and Ty with this break coming up dry. All stuck down the end of the table where dare I say it, most of the balls are, so at least he's got a few shots on if he wants them. He may have to go long for his first shot with the 9 though. Or the 6 in the middle. Should really be looking over at the live feed of this instead of the match sometimes, because sometimes I don't see the shots correctly. I thought he was going for the 9, but there you go, just a dumb bugger. What would I know? 7 in the corner. Let's try to... I think he's got an angle on the 1, so if he can get... he does have an angle on the 1 again, I couldn't see it. I'm hanging my head in shame for not seeing that. Apologise muchly to the viewers. Ty pots his first ball. He is on the overs. Choice of the 9 or the 10. Decided on the 10. Nice little cut on the 10. Playing Harry Hyenga style as we see is Ty. Sunglasses on his head. Something that Harry Hyenga has often done in the past. Didn't really see him play, so I didn't see whether he still does it. I I'd have to get him in this room to see if he actually still plays with glasses on his head. Leaves the 13 rather stacked. Maybe I've had too much C2H5OH. That being chemical formula for ethanol, which is, of course, an alcohol. I've only just started my second one as well, so I should not be thinking that way. Double just quiet. Ball staying near the pocket though, which could be handy for later on if he ever gets to a situation where he needs to get the black out and he's got the white middle of the table trending towards the D end. Tie there trying to get his 12 into a better position. It will run off the 2. You can run it down the rail and possibly off the 2 is one potential shot. Trying to think of the value of having the 12 where it is. It also doubles, of course. Paul now has the issue of what he's going to do with the 3, the 5 and the 4 because they're all blocked by the 13. I say solve them all at once. Get them all into potable positions at once. Good shot. Now just about managing to double that 12. I did say the double was on. Not perhaps obvious from where the white ball was, but he just about made it. Ball's now out in general play, so well done. It's good. 4 is on too, past the 5. He managed to get the 5 out of the way. Or to screw back for the 5. Now just over the pocket, I was about to say, would also be a good option for this because the black and the 15 trend towards that pocket, so if you leave it there then you'll have to go somewhere else. And he has left a little gap. If the 15 or the black would come on for that pocket, there is the opportunity to put it past the 5 into there. This is what Ty was trying to do, trying to leave them both on, but 15 down the rail and into the 5, or off the 5 should I say. Double. Just missed it. Just needed a little bit of that 5.
Hello there.
If not to pot it, then just to leave the 5 right over the bag so the 15 doesn't go in there. The opportunity is still there, however. So now perhaps having to do a wee bit of work on this to get the white ball in a good position for the 15 for that roll past the 5. Just missing that pot, but still Paul with the work to do. The black does look on from where I'm sat, so it could be just a simple equation of pot 5, pot 3, back for the 2, put the 2 and put the black in the same pocket as the 3 and 5 are. Such an easy game when you're watching it though. You can see everything from back here, but as a player actually playing the game, it's a lot different. They may not see what you see. They may see a shot, a better shot, a different shot. They may not even see a shot. It's all dependent on the player. Still hasn't quite got that pocket covered though. I imagine that was the go there, to either cover that pocket or two-pot it and go for that finish I was mentioning. Stops for the 15. He can see that. He can see the pot. The pocket is there if he wants it. But he wasn't quite good enough. Just got too much of the 5. Ground the 5 into the pocket. Paul has a combo ball. These 2 balls to get it to 2 all, and we will have a hill match if that would happen. This again, to remind you, is a race to 3. Ty Sewer is currently 2 frames to 1 ahead of Paul Stewart. Paul Stewart, however, with the whip hand in this frame with a combo ball, pot the 3 to get on to the 8, and the 8 down the rail. For 2 all, but not today. Whether it be nerves, whether it be, as we were mentioning before, the game situation, because it plays havoc on your mindset sometimes when you're down in a game. Ty, lovely little shot to get the position on the black, and then the black off the jaw, and that's all she wrote for this match. Ty Sewer victorious 3 frames to 1 over Paul Stewart.